Dr. Herman Tsai.
The recently concluded Youth Olympic Games showed the world what Singapore is about. Prime Minister Lee says the country aims high, prepares well, works together and delivers results. And a key to the success lies in its people.
We've got to maintain a Singaporean core in our society, which is stiffened by the Singapore spirit. And around this core, we can gather talent and resources and use them to build a better Singapore.
This spirit must be passed on to the next generation. Mr. Lee encourages the youth to rise up to challenges, discover their own abilities and make a difference. And the young people can look to volunteers like Mr. Alvin Yap for inspiration. Mr. Yap currently teaches deaf children and adults in Timor-Leste. Like leaders before him, Mr. Lee is concerned about today's youth. But with ample preparations, he hopes that they will be able to survive the baptism of fire and emerge stronger when a real crisis strikes. Mr. Lee adds that founding fathers like former Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister, the late Dr. Goh Keng Swee, had played a key role in creating the Singapore spirit. To honour his contributions to Singapore's defence, education and economy, Mr. Lee says the Singapore Command and Staff College will be renamed Goh Keng Swee Command and Staff College. A new complex to be built by the Education Ministry will be called the Goh Keng Swee Centre for Education. It will house a new Academy of Singapore Teachers and specialist academies for English language, physical education, sports and the arts. Mr. Lee says even as Singapore remembers the past, it must look to the future, which is a bright one.
I can't promise you an effortless cruise. Nobody can. We will face storms and challenges and from time to time have to make difficult choices. But the next decade promises to be a golden one for Asia and therefore for Singapore. So with good leadership and a close-knit team imbued with the Singapore spirit, we'll seize the opportunities around us and take our nation to the next level. Good night.